Good morning guys, welcome back to the Sullivan family. Sun's just coming up again, but it's freezing here this morning. There's a lot of frost on the ground. You see all the frost? It's very, very cold. I wasn't actually expecting it to be quite as cold this morning, but it's freezing, absolutely freezing. I've come into the porch because it's freezing. So my hands, I forgot my gloves, they're on my bed because I washed them, and I forgot to take them with me. And yes, it's still cold even in my massive coat and my hat. So today, I think, like I said, it's a kind of, Mondays are a bit all over. I don't know if anybody else finds that about Mondays, is that they're kind of a bit all over the place. You know, you've had the weekend, you've got what you've got done, you've been and done what you've been out and whatever. Monday morning, getting everybody off to school, and then you're kind of like, right, what have I got to get this done this week? So I kind of need to, we've got another school strike on Thursday, so all the children are off on Thursdays, both schools, so they'll all be off on Thursday. So I need to have a look and see what I need to get done this week. I know I need to finish the boys' room. I need to sort out some of our bookcases downstairs. What I'd really like is a room where I can have like a whole wall of bookcases and have all the books together. But at the moment we've got a couple of bookcases in the dining room. We've got a little one in the lounge, because I find if I keep all the books in the dining room, they don't often think to go in and get the books. Whereas if I've got some of the little ones, you know, the little ones this is, if I've got all their sort of the little ones books in the lounge, they'll pick them up and we'll go to them more often. But the bookcase in the lounge, the back's fallen off, so I need to get that fixed. The boys have got some books that need to come downstairs, so I need to sort that out at some point. It's just lots of bits and pieces that I need to get. I need to look at the bank account, like I said. I need to pay some bills, just kind of bits and pieces. I need to go through some of my to-do lists and see which bits I can knock off this week, because I'm always adding to my to-do lists constantly, because if I don't, then I completely forget what I've got to do. So I'm constantly adding to my to-do list, so I need to have a look through and see what I can get done this week. So I think that's my kind of my morning. I know I've got to do the shopping this evening, so that'll be a shopping haul video, but obviously I need to write a shopping list as well. So yeah, just Flo's having a nap at the moment. Isabel's gone off for, she's got a maths prelim this morning, and then her and Olivia have both got a prelim this afternoon. So you will have seen from either my Instagram or yes, yesterday's vlog actually, that Liv got back late last night. So she did really well at a comp. She got a first, and then she got a third and a fifth for pairs as well. So she's really pleased with that, super chuffed for her. She puts everything into her dancing, and you know, it means so much to her, and it's so good that she has kind of her dance family around her, if you like, that they all make sure that she gets there and they take her, and they, you know, quite often they stay in a hotel overnight, but they fit her in. And because I can't always go with her, actually I haven't been with her, to be honest, to a comp that's like down in Glasgow or wherever they go, so she quite often goes on her own. I mean, I know she's 16, but you know, she still needs to get there and everything. So I'm always forever grateful for people that have made it possible for her. So yeah, she's back. She got back late last night, so she had a bit of a lie-in this morning before her exam this afternoon. And I think Isabel's got another exam tomorrow, and then I think Liv's got an exam on Friday. I'm not sure about the other ones. I need to look at the calendar. Anyway, I'm going to go in, and the first thing I'm going to do is make myself a cup of coffee and write myself a list of what I've got to do today. Okay, so I've just had my quick bathroom clean and toilet clean very quickly. Obviously I'd scrubbed the bathroom top to bottom at the weekend, and my shower curtain still smells nice and fresh from being in the washing machine. So I've just had a quick wipe round and tidy up, and now I'm going to go around and turn some lights off because there's loads of lights still on. So the reason it's so cold as well is because it's just starting to snow. So I don't know if you can see outside, it's just started to snow. I don't really want it to snow today because I don't want it to settle, because I need to go shopping, and I hate going out in the snow when I'm driving, and it's always much worse in 𝚘𝙘𝙃 than it is here in Lossie, because we don't often get that sort of much snow. It snows, but not like loads. Sometimes it does. We've had the occasional. Last year we had it in, is it March? And the year before I think it was earlier. I remember one year we all had COVID. I don't know if that was last year, and it snowed. Or I think it was the year before actually, when the kids built like igloos outside because there was a lot of snow. But anyway, I'm hoping it doesn't settle too much, because like I said, I need to go shopping, and I hate driving out in the dark and the snow. Me and snow don't have a great kind of history. Right, so Florence is not in the best of moods today. My bedroom light's on, I'm the culprit of that one. She didn't have a very good night last night. I don't know whether it's teeth, like a teething cold, or whether she's actually got a cold, but she's really snotty, she's all bunged up, she keeps coughing. So I don't know whether she's caught something, although nobody else seems to have anything from school, but sometimes they can just carry things, can't they? Anyway, like I said, I don't know whether it's a teething cold or whether she's genuinely caught something else, but she is not happy. She had a tiny nap this morning, and then she's woken up. Olivia's gone to give her a snack. She doesn't want it. So she's trying to get her to go back down for a nap again now. I'll just show you these a minute. So there's two new trophies in the front. We've kind of run out of space now. These are all Olivia's trophies. And like I said, we're kind of running out of space. I don't know where to put them all now. We need like we need more space. Anyway, so I've done some banking. I've caught up on a bank account. I like to keep on top of our bank account all the time because, you know, we have Ben's wages now going weekly. So we have money going in, money coming out at all different times. And I need to keep on top of it all the time because, you know, budgeting is tight. And I kind of like to make sure that everything is right all the time, that we know what we're spending, we know what we've spent. So that it's always kind of, mistakes aren't made. We don't like spend much without considering it first. I think after like sort of, I mean, we've been married 18 years this year, and when we were younger, before we got married, you know, we were both careless with money. We both worked full time and spent what we earned, and you know, and then when we started a family, we didn't really have very much money together. I worked full time until I had Elizabeth, and obviously Ben's always been in the Air Force for the last 27 years until he's left. So, you know, ever since we've had a family, really, we've had to budget and watch what we spend. And obviously, you know, we chose to have a larger family, which makes finances a lot tighter over everything. So we've always had to kind of budget. You know, there's been months where we've been really close to the wire. So I've always kind of kept on top of our bank account, and it's always been something that I do like nearly on a daily basis sometimes. Just check the bank, check the money, everything adds up, check what we've got coming out. I think I did a bit of a budgeting video a while back, but maybe I'll update it a little bit, just because once you keep on top of it, it's kind of easy, you know which direct debits are coming out of when, and to keep an eye on it, because sometimes you forget direct debits that you've got and you think, why am I still paying that? It's things like that you need to keep on, we've always sort of, where can we save money? Can we save, do we need this? Do we need this anymore? Can we save money here? It's all those sorts of things. So yeah, I've had my Monday catch up with that. Obviously I've got to go shopping later, so I need to make sure that everything's where it should be for me to go and buy all the food in the land. I'm gonna go and check on Florence. Obviously Liv's got an exam this afternoon, but she's downstairs at the moment. And Charlotte's playing Minecraft with Joseph. He had a bit of a kind of up and down day yesterday. Obviously he went out in the end and is new in the pushchair, but there was, a major meltdown before that. And I always find when he's had a major meltdown, it kind of, he's not quite right for the rest of the day. He'll calm down after maybe a few hours, but he's still not quite right for the rest of the day. So one thing that I was always grateful for was that he used to go to bed okay, touch wood. He used to go to bed okay. He wouldn't sleep all night. He'd be awake really, really early in the morning, but he would go down okay. But lately he stopped going to bed quite as easily. He doesn't nap during the day unless he's poorly or absolutely exhausted. And I think he slept until, he was probably in bed till about 5 this morning, which is better than like 3:30, 4 o'clock. Leah also isn't a great sleeper. She was awake at 3 this morning. She did go back to bed, but she wakes very, very early, whereas Erin likes to sleep in a bit, and so does Agnes normally. When I say sleep in, I mean 5 o'clock. But I'm up at 4:30, so but yeah, he started to fuss quite a lot at night time. He won't go down to bed, and one of us has to kind of sit with him, which isn't a habit that I like to form, but equally it's kind of a needs must. We did with the twins for quite a while. They wouldn't go down to bed, so I'm not kind of sure really whether it's a kind of an age thing, because sometimes at this age they do kind of get into that. The twins did, and we used to have to sit in the room with them. It was something that I said I'd never do, but we did it because it was that, or they kept coming downstairs. And we did it for about 6 months, and then they just started going, we just sit in the room with them, don't kind of chat to them or anything, just sit there so that they know that we were there. And although it was a bind at the time, now they'll go to bed okay, touch wood, most of the time. So with him, I'm not sure if it's an age thing or whether it's another fear that he's developed. I'm not sure, but for now we're just doing what we kind of need to do to get him to go down, because he will go to sleep. If one of us sits with him, he'll probably be asleep within 20 minutes. So but I do find if he's had a bit of a meltdown or a bit of a bad day, he doesn't really wind down properly for the rest of the day. But this morning, touch wood, he's been okay. So he's downstairs playing Minecraft. Everyone else is at school, obviously. So if Flo is settled, I'm going to see if I can finish, or at least do a little bit more in the boys' room. So I'm going to go and check out and see what she's like. Okay, so bar like 2 shelves, which have got books on that I need to sort, I'm finished in the boys' room. Flo's gone to sleep. And I've finished. I've got to show you this, look. This is, Toby is Titanic obsessed. So he did Titanic at school. Was it last year or the year before? I can't remember. He did the Titanic as a project at school. And he knows everything about the Titanic. Like, it became his obsession. He loves to learn about stuff. And if it's something that he's really interested in, he'll learn everything about that. So one of his Christmas presents this year that he wanted was this little model of the Titanic. How cute is that? I love him. I love his little Christmas lists, because he's got the most bizarre things on there, but they make him happy. It's just so cute. So obviously Noah has been Lego obsessed since he was really little. He's always loved Lego. He's always loved Meccano, anything engineering, planes, anything like that. He likes Airfix models and things like that. He's very, very good with his hands. He's very good at building, engineering, all those sorts of things. He's brilliant. I mean, that one was his Christmas present a few years back now, and these are his little planes that he's made. And obviously we've got Lego all over the place. I've probably shown you this before, but if not, the best thing for cleaning Lego is a makeup brush, a big powder brush. It's brilliant. Best thing I've found for cleaning off Lego. Now, technically, Noah is supposed to clean this Lego, but he doesn't, and I end up doing it. But it's brilliant because anybody with kids who love Lego, you know how, number one, how difficult it can be to dust, and number two, how easily it breaks. I'm forever breaking his Lego, and I'm like, no, I'm really sorry I broke your Lego. But yeah, makeup brush, powder brush, brilliant for dusting Lego. He does do it sometimes, but I normally end up doing it. It's also good for getting into little, like on his Xbox and his PlayStation, all the little grooves that build up with fluff and stuff and dust. Makeup brush, top tip. So this is Joseph's little Spider-Man shelf in there. Noah built all his Spider-Man Lego that he got for Christmas. He doesn't actually play with it, but he likes to look at it. So yeah, Noah is kind of Lego obsessed. There's a lot of Lego in here. And they need a little bit more. He has recently, like I was saying in yesterday's vlog, he has recently started to put stuff back into sets. Because Toby does quite like Lego, but probably not as much as Noah liked it. The older girls used to love Lego when they were little, which is why we've got so much Lego downstairs. And occasionally they will sort of, they've been trying to put that Lego into sets, because they'll sit and do some with the younger twins and Agnes sometimes. But yeah, so he's been putting stuff back into sets, but we need somewhere to store stuff. Obviously there isn't much room in this bedroom, so we're at kind of max space as it is. We seem to have DS's floating around from years ago as well, and lots of DS games. So I'm thinking I might put them all downstairs together, but I'm thinking that I might need a bigger bookcase in the lounge, because the little ones do quite like to sometimes play on a DS, although they're so far forward with technology from when the DS's were out. They're like, why can't you touch the screen? So I'm always kind of like, do I keep them, do I not? But sometimes they like to play with these retro things. Anyway, yeah, bar a couple of shelves in here of books and things that I need to sort, I'm done, which is good. I just need to find, a bigger box for his Meccano to go in. And Toby is, another thing that Toby really loves is he loves planes and he loves remote control cars. I can't tell you how many remote control cars we've bought over the years. That's one of them down there, but he doesn't have a remote anymore, but he won't let me get rid of the car, so it just sits there. But he's got like so many remote control cars, and he always gets another one for Christmas, and he just loves them. And then it doesn't, I don't really understand, but it keeps him happy. But what I could do with is a bigger box to keep his remote controlled cars in as well, because at the moment they're in the unit, but they don't really fit very well. These units are the old ones. This one's a new one, but this kind of one is the older version ones that you used to be able to get in Argos, and they are slightly smaller. The newer ones are more like the IKEA ones, and when you get the boxes that fit in, they're so much bigger than the older ones. So really that could probably be replaced at some point with a newer style unit, which I can fit more in. But for now, we make do. I mean, there's toys in here that I could probably get rid of, but like there's a whole box of toys down here, which are all Noah's old, like Star Wars toys. He had like the Play School Star Wars chunky figures and stuff, but he loved them. And there's some things you can sell, and there's some things that you just, I don't know what anybody else feels about selling sites and stuff, but it's just, I used to sell a lot of stuff on eBay back when the girls were small, and I started selling off loads of their clothes, which I then started keeping when we had more children. But I started selling off a lot of them when the older ones were younger, around about the time we had Noah. And eBay used to be great for that. But then they started putting up their fees and making it more difficult to sell things. And I just kind of gave up, because I thought, I'm not making, you know, it's not worth my time photographing each object, each item, and then selling it. And the fees were just so astronomical. And then you have to pay fees on postage as well. And I was like, there's just no point. And then you try and sell things on local selling sites. And that can just be a nightmare in itself, because, you know, you get people messaging saying, have you still got this? And then they don't message back. And then, you know, sometimes it can be great. And other times you're just like, and then sometimes people just don't want any of the stuff you've got. So, I mean, that's what car boots are great for, aren't they? Car boot sales is doing that. But, you know, I'm not doing a car boot. It's snowing out there. So, and sometimes we haven't got enough space to keep stuff until the summer. And I do end up putting a lot of things in the charity bag, because I just figure I'd rather somebody had use out of them than them just sit there. But, you know, obviously things like that kind of cost quite a lot of money. And I was hoping that Joseph might like to play with it one day, because, you know, Noah used to love his Star Wars stuff. So I've kind of kept it for now. I mean, there's some things that I'll go through and get rid of, because I know that they won't get played with again. I've just been through a load of Toby stuff and got rid of a load of stuff because it's broken. But yeah, it's a bit difficult, isn't it? Because I kind of, obviously we're stuck for space. So I kind of keep things kind of streamlined, but equally there's things that I want to keep that I know might get used again. But anyway, I'm kind of digressing. I'm going to go and have a look at the bookcases downstairs, I think, and have a bit of a think, do some washing. I don't actually know what the time is. I think it's like 11, half 11. So it's going to be time for lunch soon. Yeah, I'm going to go and see what I'm going to do next. She's very grumpy. You very grumpy? Hey, are you not wanting to say? Yeah. Are you very snotty? Aren't you? Yeah, you're a little, oh, that's nice. You're a little bit hot, aren't you? You've got a bit of cowpaw on your top. Hey, you're very tired. But you don't want to sleep. Because sleeping's for wimps. Isn't it? She's not very happy. Are you, baby? I'm going to try and give you some lunch. See if you'll take any. And then maybe snot bubbles. Disgusting. We're going to go and wipe your face. Yeah, because it's minging. And you're just wiping snot all over it. We're going to go and wipe her face. And try and give you some lunch. Give Joseph some lunch. And then see if you'll go down for a sleepy, yeah? That's very sad. Right, I'm going to go and do some lunch. Okay, so these are our bookcases in here. I mean, they're a complete mess at the moment. I saw a unit that we sorted out, half sorted out the other day. I still need to find some room for, to be honest, we need a bigger unit because I've got more board games that need to go away and there's not enough space. I've got some other bits on top that could do with going in. So we could do with actually a bigger unit, but not while we're here. But yeah, so these are our bookcases. So these ones here are kind of adult books, like not adult books, but you know, like our books, and like maybe the older ones, you know, chick flick books and bits and bobs like that. Photo albums, our wedding photo albums, things like that. All the kids' school reports, all those sorts of things on that side. And then over here is what are the children's books, but it's got a bit of a mess. I say a bit of a mess, it's a real mess. It needs tidying up. Oh, there's some french fries down there. It needs a real tidy up. And then obviously I've also got a small bookcase, just a little one in the lounge, which has got all the like kiddie books on, you know, for the little ones. Sorry, that sun's really bright. For the little ones. I mean, the tops of these ones, I keep all the like the encyclopedia books and things like that I don't really want the little ones getting their hands on. And that's kind of another reason they're in here and higher up, so that tiny ones can only get their hands on the ones that I don't mind tiny ones getting their hands on. So this needs a complete tidy up. The one in the lounge needs to tidy up. At the moment, we've got some DS games down there as well. I need to find somewhere, because none of them play their DS apart from Elizabeth. and she's got all her own games, but none of the rest of them play, and we've got games kind of all over the place. So I could do with finding somewhere to put them. Really, ideally, I'd like more of these big bookshelves. I'd like a whole wall with the bookshelves on, and probably my CD shelves as well, because we are, you know, we do still have CDs, although I don't think we listen to them hardly ever. But we've got so many, I don't really want to get rid of them. And every now and again we do listen to a CD. And my car has to have CDs because I don't have Bluetooth in my car. So there's a reason for keeping them. But anyway, I need to have a real good tidy up of the bookcase, and then I can bring some of the boys' books that they don't use anymore downstairs. And kind of have a bit of a rearrange of the one in the lounge and the one in here. I think for now we're just going to kind of have to make do, but I hope that when we move, I hope there'll be enough space for another big bookcase. So we've got 4 of these sort of thin ones. So I'd either get one big double one. Sun. It's sunny now, it stopped snowing. Just panic about snow's over now, until later. So yeah, I mean, we can fit it in here obviously, and I don't really want to get a big bookcase for the lounge right now, because there's not really enough space in the lounge for it, and you know, it kind of seems a bit pointless right now. So just tidy up and make a little bit more space for some of the books, have a bit of a clean up. I haven't got time to do it today now, so I'll try and do it tomorrow. So yeah, tomorrow I'm going to tackle in here. I'm going to finish off that unit. I'm going to tidy up that unit. Try and find some of the DS games that are missing, and tidy up, finish the boys one, bring some of, you can't see a thing every time I turn around, the sun's right there. Yeah, and try and bring down some of the boys ones that they don't really read anymore. Coffee. So yeah, baby's asleep. She did eat some lunch, but she's still not in a very good mood. She's covered in snot, bless her. She's a bit of a mess. So she's having a nap. Joseph's happy playing for a minute. I'm just having a coffee and a catch up, and just written my shopping list. Apart from I need to go outside to the freezer to see what we need, but it's too cold, so I'm going to wait until I put my coat on to go for the school run, and then I'll go outside and have a look and see what we need. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I think I'm going to go and have a look at some more to-do lists, because I didn't get much chance to write any lists this morning. I did the banking, and then I went on and did something else, and then the day's gone. I've only got about an hour before I pick them up from school. If that, the girls have gone down for their exams. Actually, I probably haven't. I've probably got about half an hour until I go and pick them up from school, and then Ben will be back from work, and then I've got to go and do my shopping. Day's done. So yeah, I think I'll tackle that tomorrow. Ideally, I'd like to get another one of these units that we've got down the other end for the games. That's what I want to get, but obviously not here. It's difficult. I was saying last week in my vlog, it's difficult at the moment because we're moving anytime in the next sort of 6 months. It's kind of pointless buying more furniture, and for here we might as well wait, because we don't know where we're going to move to, so we might as well wait and do it when we move. So I kind of feel a little bit in limbo at the moment with everything. It's a bit difficult really, especially as we don't know where we're going to be going. You know, what kind of house, or if we can even find a house. We can't find a house at the moment to rent. And we've obviously got the cat, and a lot of people don't take pets, even though it's just a cat. It doesn't cause any problems. But then I also kind of get the feeling that if they're not going to rent to people with pets, they probably won't want to rent to people with 12 children. Could be a problem, but still, hopefully we'll find something. But for now, I'm going to go and have a sit down with Joseph and have a look at some to-do lists. Right, so my sit down lasted about 10 minutes. I didn't actually realise how late it was. It's just started snowing again. It stopped snowing, now it started snowing again. I'm hoping that I'll have enough time to go and do the shopping and come back before it goes all icy and etc, etc. Anyway, because I think this is in for a few days now. So school run is done, kids are home from school, Florence is awake from her nap, Ben is home from work. I'm just waiting for one more load of washing to come out. That's my 4th one. I'm waiting for that one to come out, and so I can put that out, and then I'm going to head out to do the shopping. I'm picking Elizabeth up from college on the way because she's going to come shopping with me. So she's at college on a Monday, so I'm going to pick her up from college on the way, and then we're going to go and do the shopping. I'm going to leave earlier, I think, because I don't know how snowy it is in 𝚲𝚃𝙃𝙺, and I just don't like driving in the snow, quite simply. It's kind of been snowing on and off all day. It's just so cold, it's just freezing. I haven't had the heating on much today, for obvious reasons, but it's just freezing. It's just so cold. I'll put it back on now because it's everyone's home from school and it's freezing. Anyway, I'm not sure what's going on tomorrow. I'm not sure. Well, obviously we'll have a shopping haul tomorrow, so I'm not sure if I will do a vlog tomorrow or not. I guess we'll see what happens. But there will be one out, but it'll probably be the shopping haul. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to drop us a like and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. See, I'm getting better at saying that word. And we will see you in the next video. Bye.